Hello festival goers of the internet, I'm the Festival Finesser, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a product review for this brand new hydration pack from Gen Z, the Rave Runner dual chamber hydration pack. And I feel like the best way to review this product is to show you guys in detail the ins and outs, all the pockets, the bladder chamber, the bladder, the hose, the nozzle, plus how I utilize all of these pockets to give you an idea of what you could fit into them, how big they are, what they can be used for, and really just give you an idea of how versatile and useful this backpack really is, whether you're at a festival or not. And at the end of the video, I will share my general thoughts and experience after having used this bag for all 4 days of Lost Lands this year. So don't go anywhere because we're getting into it all after the intro. Can I get it? Finesse gang, can I get a yer? What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. For those who are new here and don't know me, what's good? I'm the Festival Finesser, my videographer, content creator, and DJ. This is my YouTube channel that revolves around music festivals and lives or going experiences. And the goal of this channel is to make sure you guys can have the best festival experience possible by learning off my experience, education, and apparently some product reviews. So today, like I said, we're diving into the brand new hydration pack from Gen Z, the Rave Runner. This is kind of like the second generation to their first bag, the Rave Runner, which I was also did a review on and got to use for a very long, early stages in my, festival career. That was probably like 2019. I had my own, like, I have it like right here. It's right here. Custom skin. It's a very small kind of like, it doesn't have a lot of like structure. The water system was on the outside and I didn't really like that as much. It is convenient, but the way that some of the water stations, refill stations were, it was hard to get the right angle, and then I found myself like getting my bag all wet, and it was not my favorite feature. But this bag right here is entirely revamped, it seems like. I have never experienced any hydration pack that has as much storage as this one. So we're gonna get into this bag right now, and like I said, the ins, the outs, we're gonna get into all the pockets, show you what I have in these pockets, and like I said, get into detail and really show you guys how versatile and clutch this bag is and how much stuff you can fit in here as well. All right, so starting off the outside here, and I do want to say that I did not get a skin for this bag. This is the bare basic that you can get with no accessories. There's no LED wire, there's no solar panel charger, there's no underglow, there is no chains, there's no skin, right? So just the base bag. So all of those things, they cost extra, and it depends how fancy and vibrant and distinguishable you want to be. But me, I just need the basics, the essentials, and I like having less things in my bag. It's less tangled, less to worry about, So on the outside here, this is your main pocket, and again, generally this would be covered by a skin, kind of like how this one is. So the skin zips on, and then you have access to whatever's in here. You can even stuff stuff in here, kind of like an additional pocket that you can just go in and out of. So just keep that in mind, because I know this is an anti-theft bag, and we'll get into the anti-theft features, but you're probably thinking, how is it an anti-theft bag if this pocket is so easily accessible right here? Well, first off, you don't want to put anything valuable in this pocket, and second of all, it's probably going to be covered by a skin if you choose to go that route. So keep that in mind, and again, in this pocket, there's nothing too special. I got stickers, I got a vape, and I got... that's it. And this is like the most convenient pocket, I would say. It's most easily accessible, and it's kind of the pocket where it's like, yo, can you get that from my bag? It's, on the outside pocket. It's the only pocket anybody could really get to. So that's this main pocket here. And then I want to go onto the back side here, because honestly, the back is where the party is. So looking on the straps here, we have a little mini zipper pocket, which is an upgrade. We have it on both sides. The first bag only had it on one. And in this pocket, you can fit small things, like I have a little charger for a dab pen, cartridge. And in this pocket, I have a chapstick, and I have a fake $100 bill that basically emphasizes, like, if you don't want to bring your credit card, you don't want to bring your wallet or whatever, it's just a quick, light trip or whatever, you could just bring cash in here and, if you needed money for whatever reason. Also on the straps here, I just wanted to emphasize that they have, I guess, nozzle restraints to clips, I guess, so that you can clip the hose to the straps, which I like, so that it's not swinging all over the place. It's secure. Yeah, so that's a nice feature because not all bags have that. I also do like how they have the straps across the across the chest to ease some tension on your shoulders and just keep the bag secure, and it's not, you know, bouncing up and down and causing abrasions, you know, on your shoulders and neck. You have your main chest pocket here for your phone, and on the other side, as you can see, I'm kind of putting it to the test here, and I have a whole entire fan in here, and you know, it comes out pretty easily. The one thing I will say, these pockets are they're really big. You know, in prior bags, you know, like the lunchbox and the older versions, they were not as big. And I actually had, just like this, I had my phone, and then I had a vape, like a Juul behind it, and the Juul actually flew out from behind my phone. So as I'm putting this in here, this would really kind of come out pretty easily. I would really want to make sure that this was all the way secured in this pocket with the elastic, you know, really over it. But the fact that it is elastic and the fact that I can do that really shows you what you can fit in these pockets. I fit water bottles in here, Red Bull cans, you know, sunglasses. You can really fit anything of this size, and you know, especially if it's round. This is an odd size too, but again, showing really how you can test this bag and really put these you know, this elastic and this mesh to the test. So I think that's all of the features on the straps, the pockets, the mesh, the clips, and the chest straps. So now, getting into the back pocket here, this is the traditional wallet pocket. And in there, I have my wallet. And you can access this pocket if you're somewhat flexible without taking your bag off. If you've got good flexibility, you can just reach in. I do struggle sometimes to do that, but it is possible. And it is probably the second most convenient pocket that has a zipper. But again, these chest pockets, when I found out about these and, you know, and started like having these implemented on festival bags, I can never go back. The fact that you have your phone at your, you know, your shoulders, and it's there, you could see it, you could feel it, you can always check on it and not have to think about, is it in my bag, is it zipped, you know, having all of those things. And again, having another, you know, whether it be, you know, I don't even know what it would be, a vape, sunglasses, a fan, a flashlight, you could have that readily accessible, you know, in your secondary pocket. You know, you have your main pocket, secondary pocket. That is your outside for the most part, right? We have side pockets on both sides, big elastic. I got a sunblock in here. I got the fan in here, and you can see the fan is has a strap to hold, you know, you could do like a selfie stick probably. Like I said, the fan. We have the water bottle over here with those same elastic straps as well. And you could fit, you know, multiple things in one pocket. As you can see, I got the fan and the sunblock with no problem. Yeah, I would say whatever you could fit in these pockets, you could fit in these pockets, and vice versa. Now, we are gonna go into the main storage pocket, and this is my favorite pocket because, like I said, I have never seen a bag that had so much storage for a hydration pack. All the access to the bags are, you know, are on the back. All the zippers, you know, for most of it, most of the important stuff, like I said, aside from the one on front, you access them through the back. So the only way you can get into your stuff is if you take your bag off. So in the big pocket here, it comes all the way out, right? And in here, I have this big ass fan. This bag is overkill packed right now. I would not bring all this stuff to the festival. I'm just showing you how much stuff you could actually bring and where you could stash it and pack it and, you know, etc. I got my bottle caps. If you know, you know. I got a joint container. If you know, you know. So this is another unique pocket and unique feature. Just this hanging, you know, you could kind of have it for whatever. I put sunglasses in here. And in this situation, I have my car keys in here to have them separated. And again, you open it up, first thing you know and see are your valuables, your keys, the important stuff. You feel me? But again, having sunglasses up here, right? They're not getting crushed, they're not getting squished or broken, you know, when you got other stuff packed in here and you're getting pushed, you know what I'm saying? So you can kind of put like delicate stuff in here in a sense, or things that you don't want to have to go digging for. So we got the car keys, or you know, the sunglasses. That's usually where I keep those. I have a pashmina in here. I have a hacky sack in here, and this pocket is deep. You can fit, I know for a fact, you can fit a hoodie and sweatpants in here. I've seen it done on video and in person. So another awesome feature that I love about this bag, and like, again, one of the enhancements, not only does it have a lot of space, it has a lot of pockets, and the pockets are compartmentalized, right? So we have two pockets, two mesh pockets with zippers on this back flap here. So in here, I have another fan, right? I got hella fans because I like being cool and comfortable. And again, overkill. We're not bringing all these fans to the function, but the different kinds of fans you could bring and pack and where you could put them, right? So we got the sunglasses, or like I said, you could put them up in here, right? This elastic with the mesh, it's a great combo for these kind of bags. So yeah, we have the mesh pocket here. There's another pocket in here, the mesh pocket, you could slide the, you know, a vape or, you know, a USB. It's got little like pen pockets for your actual pen, right? Or your dab pen, you know what I'm saying? So like you could really kind of like stash stuff in here and get organized within your pockets. And then down here, We have another mesh pocket, and I have a flashlight, and I have my GoPro batteries, and I could probably fit a portable charger in here. I probably should put one in here, but clearly you could fit one of them in here. And you have this big ass giant pocket right here too. The thing that I don't like to do is I don't like having 8 million things in this big ass pocket. And on a lot of the bags prior, there was like very little space to store your stuff that wasn't, you know, water, right? Like most of the bag function was to store water, and then you had a little bit of space to store your valuables. On the old bag, man, it was very confusing. Like, this was all the storage space that you had inside the backpack, because when you open it up farther, the bladder was right here, because it's not detachable. It is, you know, sewed into the bag. So you did not have nearly as much space on the first generation Rave Runner. This bag is a backpack, you know what I'm saying? It's a full-blown backpack with a full-blown bladder, which we're gonna get to in a second, but I really wanted to emphasize all of the pockets, and you know, this, I feel like there is no competition in which regards to which hydration pack has the most pockets and the most storage. It is the Rave Runner dual chamber hydration pack, and I have experienced it all 4 days of Lost Lands. I had so much space, and again, these pockets, the organization made it so much easier, because I didn't have to dig, and it was just very comfortable to wear, because everything had a place, and like I was organized, and I just, you know, I could fit a lot more stuff. I could really fit like a whole fucking bottle of Tito's in here, a whole handle. Like, you could fit so much shit in here unnecessarily. Like, what are you really bringing to the festival? Like, but again, the more space, the better. So I like it, and I'm a fan. And to be honest, the space really kind of continues as we get into the bladder, because if you did not use this bladder, like if you did not use this bag as a hydration pack, you would have twice the amount of space, because this whole entire insulated pocket is designated to the bladder. You could easily fit like 12 White Claws in here, or like 12 beers, and keep them cold. It would be heavy, but I'm just giving you an example of how much space is in here. So as far as the bladder goes, there's a little Velcro hook that you just detach and you could slide it off. So we have the traditional kind of like slide lock bladder that you've probably seen if you had a, you know, hydration pack before. You're just gonna slide off like this and then unfold and open. And this is the main compartment. I feel like this is the easiest one to access and use. So if you were just at the refill station, you just unzip your top, you take it out, and then you just kind of, what I would do is pull it out slightly, you know, into the hose, and then when you're done, you just zip it up, fold it up, slide it up, and then you hook it up onto the Velcro. And so the additional chamber is on the front. So you just unscrew here, and now you have the clear side, and you can distinguish which bladder you're using by the hose. So the red hose is the red chamber, and the clear hose is the clear chamber. So the one thing too, I was kind of confused, and I was like, damn, I don't want to have all of these like tubes and stuff, like if I'm not going to be using them, like strung all throughout my backpack, and have like an extra hose. Originally, I was going to put a different bladder that only had one chamber, like one hose, and I was going to put it in here, but I don't know, it's just the way this is designed for this bag, it seems like. So it just didn't fit, it was weird. So then I was just like, Brian, why are you being an idiot? Just leave the hose in the pocket, right? And I never had a problem with it getting kinked. I never, you know, it was pretty, like, I'm not gonna say it was like perfectly in here. The hose definitely made it a little bit more like tangly, but you know, it was definitely better than having it out here unnecessarily. So that's just like a little tip. If you don't want to use both, you can just, you know, feed one through like I have over here, right? And then just leave the other one just loose in the bag like I have here, right? This one's fed through, this one's just tucked in the bag. So while these are out, the nozzle system is very good. You have a gel, you just pull out and you start drinking, and then they have the lid to keep it, you know, from getting dirty. And if you wanted to, these are detachable. You just twist and pull as hard as you can, and you can get in here and clean these, you know, the hoses. That's another thing too. I feel like the reason I didn't want to get the alcohol involved, because then you got to clean it, right? If you don't finish the alcohol or whatever, you mixing alcohols, it's all sticky. Like, it was a little bit more maintenance that I wanted to deal with at Lost Lands in the Woods. If we're at a festival where there's a, you know, we're at the hotel and there's a, you know, a sink and running water, different story. But like I said, if you don't have the bladder in this pocket, you have a whole big ass insulated pocket, right? Just open, no pockets, no openings, no mesh, no zippers. It's just a giant ass pocket. So keep that in mind if you don't need water, or if it's if the water is not important, or whatever. But I only had to fill this up 1 time per day throughout my 4 days of Lost Lands. 1 fill up per day when I got in held me down for the entire day, and most of the homies as well. The one thing that I will say is, as cool of a feature as the dual chamber is, I do not really utilize it at all at Lost Lands, because I'm not really a big drinker. So there was never an opportunity where I was drinking 2 different liquids that I could not hold. Like usually if I'm getting a drink, it's like a beatbox, so you can really kind of, 1, you can cap it and put it in the side, and 2, the only thing I can think of is like if you're getting like a tall boy and it doesn't have a lid, right? Just a big ass can, you don't want to hold that. That's something that I would maybe dump in here, right? So now you have water and alcohol and your hands are free, right? So, but like I was saying, a lot of the situations where I was drinking alcohol, it was like, a mixed drink, a can, a White Claw, nothing really intense where I didn't want to hold it, or it was like a lot to drink, right? So this would be better for kind of like hiking or tailgating, where they're not going to check your bag going in, maybe somewhere like where security is a little bit lighter, or they're not checking bags, then you could sneak in, like, or it's not even sneaking if they're not really checking, right? You could bring in alcohol in the main, in the the 1 chamber, and water in the other. But honestly, this bag is better for me as a backpack, as like a rave backpack, than a hydration pack. The hydration pack is just like a bonus, honestly. I am more so a fan of the backpack and all the pockets and compartments and the size and the structure. It's a good size. It's a little bit bigger than the previous generation, but like the structure, you could see it holds its shape very well, and it's just a very like solid backpack. I think that covers everything. So some of the features that I don't have that you could opt into up here, you can put a solar powered portable charger, so as you're walking around all day, it's absorbing charge. Then when you need it, you can just charge your phone, whatever, your LEDs. And then at the bottom, they have what's called an underglow. This comes off, and you can put a disco ball, a little LED disco ball, to light up the way behind you, be a little like a kind of like a mini signifier for you and your squad, and just easy to find at night. I think that sums up the ins and outs and details of the bag. And like I said, overall, this is probably my favorite bag to use of all the ones that I've used. I've had the lunchbox, 1st generation, 2nd generation, and I've had regular generic camelbacks from like Sports Authority, Dick's, just a general like sporting goods store. And this is probably the best bag designed for festivals and that kind of culture, but it doesn't have to be. Like I said, you can use this for anything, and it really could be an everyday bag because it's the perfect size. It's not too big, but you really can fit almost anything that you would need to for a festival or just everyday life. Like I said, phone, wallet, keys, charger, vape, drinks, you could probably fit a laptop in here. No cap. Want to try it? Let's test it. It can be done. It's a tight fit, but you can fit a fucking laptop in this backpack. Boom. There it is, zipped. Now, I think that is the final test right there. That was the final boss of this bag, that I could fit my laptop in the hydration pack. Bro, let me know what other backpack you can fit your laptop in, dude. And the water. Come on, dude. Yeah. I love this bag. I'm gonna be using it pretty much every festival that I go to, and like I can honestly see me using this on like a skate trip, right? Having all the camera accessories, the GoPro, and just like extra wax and tools and bolts and bearings and like all this shit like organized, and so yeah, highly recommend. 10 out of 10. There's really no flaws with this backpack at all. Maybe it's a little bit big for some people, but like I said, for all the space that I have, I will sacrifice the bag being big. It fits good, it's comfortable, it is functional, and it's fashionable, right? The material is slash proof. You can't cut through this. Yeah, it's honestly an awesome bag, and like I said, I'll be using this going forward, and you'll see me, with this bag in real life, probably similarly to how it's packed, So with that being said, if you're interested to see how I would pack an actual, bag for a festival or a show, there's a video on my channel that I recently posted that I will link in the description box below or up here in a card. It's 15 essential items that I don't go to a festival without. I bring these items to every festival. So again, if you're thinking about getting a Rave Runner, I highly recommend. It is a small investment. It's about $100, but $100 to have a backpack that is going to last you your whole entire festival career, that is going to have a bunch of space, a bunch of pockets, it's organized. You can fit 2 drinks inside of it. It's insulated. It's anti-theft. You know, you really cannot go wrong. And then you add all the bells and whistles, the LED, the charger, the, you know, the skins. You can really customize it, make it your own. And it is an awesome bag, and I back it and I stand by. And I have known Ryan since like 2019, and he reached out to me with this idea and the product, and it's crazy to see him now doing his thing and like the brand evolving and being sold at vendors, and just, you know, having it kind of be in the main competition of like Rave Runner lunchbox, which one is the better pack. And I think I'm gonna do a comparison video, because like I said, I've had the first generation Rave Runner, first generation lunchbox, second generation lunchbox, and now the second generation Rave Runner. So I think it'd be interesting to do a comparison and really look into the back, because they're very similar and they have their pros and their cons and their differences. So I think that's gonna be my next video, is a comparison of the Rave Runner, or the Rage Runner, and the Lunchbox 2.0. So again, thank you all for watching. If you're interested in getting a bag, I'll put a link to the website below where you can get this exact pack. And maybe if I talk to Ron, I'll even do a promo code. So if you see in the description, you know, FF, get 10% off. I don't even know if there's gonna be a deal, but if you see it, act on it. And thank you guys. We'll see you for the next one, and love you guys. Peace out.